mention that another time, but we have like Yuan Lin, who before he entered DRBU was one of the main engineers behind delivery systems for distance healing, distance medicine, what's it called? Remote medicine, right? Telemedicine. And that, since you've been away from VC, it's grown so fast and progressing. I was reading the proponents of AI, artificial intelligence, are saying that there's a lot of concern in the medical community that robots will be doing a better job of diagnosing, more accurate. And this was a New York Times article. And it's a huge, huge controversy, precisely what Dr. Wang put his finger on. And healers, not just doctors, medical professionals who actually heal illness are saying robots cannot do the important healing that human contact can do. And of course, the proponents of artificial intelligence say, oh, they'll not only do it, they'll make fewer mistakes, So we're right in the heat of that argument back and forth right now. So we'll see. I personally don't want a non-human to diagnose me, because I'm not in touch with how much of, well, let me give you an example. I won't mention a name, but I came back from a 26-hour travel from Australia to Berkeley. When I got to Berkeley, the second day I stepped on the floor and my foot went, youch, right? And my foot had swollen up, just one. And it was like, what in the world? This has never happened before. And the doctor who I've relied upon for the last 3 or 4 years looked at me and said, oh, the problem's there. Didn't touch me, looked. She said, you pinched a nerve up here. And that's what's caused the circulation to stop in your foot. And she's Chinese medical, using Chinese medical arts. She was able to diagnose with a look. No robot in the world was able to, and I had, sure enough, she recommended some herbs and it cleared up, But how amazing is that? And that's my experience. The very same doctor, one more story, that's a great story. Here's how the Dharma works, right? Now, this is not a Buddhist doctor, but a very Buddhist-friendly doctor, was sitting in Tiant's tea shop when it was Celadon, back on Solano Avenue. My mother was visiting. And my mother, as she got on the airplane, came down with shingles. Shingles is extremely painful. And it was under her waistband, and I think some other place where her clothes were chafing. And my poor mom, she was suffering. And so she was seeing her son, the monk. And so, and she was seeing Doug and Marty, who she cares about a lot. And so we said, well, let's go to Tiant's. It was called Celadon. Let's go to Celadon. She said, all right, I definitely want to go. And so we took her in, and you could see that my mom was just all kind of frozen up. And here was this doctor, who I won't name, sitting there in Tiant's. And I just thought, hey, would you be able to look at my mom? She has a lot of affliction now with this pain. And she said, of course I would. So I said, well, I won't be able to translate. Can somebody help translate? And so they went into the back of Tiant, of Celadon, and my mother's eyes were like, what are you doing? You're sending me over to this Chinese doctor. And will there be needles involved? And so this doctor is well known for being able to move qi. And she doesn't touch, right? It's another aspect of Chinese traditional medicine. And so I'm pouring tea and drinking tea and pouring tea and drinking tea, thinking, what's going on back there? 20 minutes later, my mother comes out, and her eyes are bigger than before, and she says, she made the pain go away and didn't touch me. The pain is gone, she said. And I asked the doctor, she says, yeah, she had too much fire, and it went the wrong way, and she'll be better now. But if I could see her one more time before she goes back, And my mother was like, she couldn't believe what and she went back to Toledo and said, I met a doctor who healed me without touching me. I believe Chinese medicine works, she said. That had a lot to do with opening her up to Buddhism. Because why? She had no way to explain what had just happened to her really. You know, the doctor had taken the pain away. And this doctor also has a really good bedside manner. She's just very round and friendly and no magic. It's just, oh, we'll take care of it. You know, she doesn't praise herself. She doesn't say anything about, I'm special. It's just, we'll fix this, you know. And, oh my goodness, my mother was the toast of Toledo for a while because she had this experience. And everybody's, oh, tell the ladies about that, you know, what happened. Because it's great gossip. You know, nobody in Toledo knows about things like Qigong healing or Chinese medicine, you know. So anyway, that's how the Dharma is coming in at the level where people, my mother's a Methodist church woman, right, or was, and this was beyond her experience, but it worked. And so if that worked, what else works? No robot could do that. So anyway, artificial intelligence will certainly save a lot of lives, self-driving cars, for example, but the AMA is certainly upset about this. Whereas other voices will say, oh, this is the best thing. This is going to save lives, and I don't know.
修庙，我那时候还是做沙弥呢，做沙弥呀，就帮着和尚修庙，帮着和尚修庙，到各处去请人家这个车来帮助搬运庙上的材料。那么在北方这个车呀，多数是马车，每一辆车呀，装的材料也不太多。那么我记得呀，到这个这一个乡村呢叫大坝这个一个姓刘的，他在这个乡村里头做这个区长。那么当时找车搬运材料，就搬运这个砖瓦木料都是请其他车来帮助这个刘区长，我就对他说那庙上很久也没有修工了，现在修工请你们各乡村帮助一点这个工来造庙。那么这个区长就说现在正在种地的时候，每一个家庭里头都非常的忙，咱们大家都不会有空闲的时间来帮庙上做这个工。那么正在这个时候就有一个女人在外边窗户扒着玻璃镜就来往里望完了就进来就要哭的样子说我有个小孩子就要死了，那么法师你有没有什么办法叫我这小孩子好了呢？如果叫我这小孩子好了我可以就是怎么样的忙，咱们大家都来帮助搬运材料，都出这个车。那么这个时候我看一看他，我说你知道你小孩子为什么要死吗？他说我当然不知道我说你不知道，现在我告诉你，你就因为你 不孝顺公婆啊，你对于妯娌方面呢也不和气，所以你这个小孩子啊现在才要死。那么如果你想要好的话，你先呢在你的家里佛前上香，你的祖先前边也上香，然后对着你父亲母亲是公公婆婆，是嘎公嘎婆，给嘎公嘎婆叩头认错，说是以后啊你再要孝顺翁父婆母了，不会再忤逆了。那么你这样，你这小孩子就会好的。那么他因为小孩子有病爱子心切，于是乎他也真是一觉奉行了，真是照这样去揍了。揍完了看看那小孩子，凡是不睁眼睛，凡是要死的样子。那么他家北方小孩子死都用那个草把它卷上掉到外边去就算了，他这个草已经都预备了。那么这样子，我说你把你小孩子抱到我来看一看。抱到我面前了，很奇怪的我向他这小孩子头上打了3巴掌，说好了这小孩子真听话，饥渴呀，病也就没了病没完就站起来就跑了，在炕上就会跑了。那么这样一来呀，这个刘区长全家都过来皈依都发心出车去给搬运材料。本来呢是一个小村庄，只有13个车，那么就去了12个。所以这个关于佛教有很多不可思议的事情，有很多令你不相信的事情你没有法子研究它这个是什么道理这是一个。